Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered why it's like to be a young Indonesian? They are caught between the vibrancy of diversity and also the weight of uncertainty. And yeah, how do they navigate in the world of contrast and what stories they need to share? And so let's talk about this in My Human Experience Chronicle as we can deep into the lives of Indonesian and we can also unravel the answers to their most pressing questions. Okay, in this channel, in Yahya's Research, it is my personal vlog. I am your host and I'm your friend. We are delving into the world of contrast, diversity, and also the complex emotion that faced by so many young Indonesians here. Okay, so Indonesia, as we know, is the world's largest archipelago. This is a nation where diversity and also the contradiction is thriving everywhere, a place where culture, religions, and also the ethnicities blend, and yet the economic disparities is still persist. Democracy here is also wrestling with a polarization, especially in a political year, and also the young voices is yearn for a change to this condition. The youth of Indonesia must chart a course through these turbulent waters, and also the journey is one marked with anxiety, depression, and any of mental health issues. Okay, so for the younger generation in Indonesia, their life is a paradox. There is a puzzle of contrast. They have an economic instability and also impending environmental crisis, social inequality, and also the political turmoil. And also the complexities of cultural diversity is defined their daily lives. And so, in this ever-shifting landscape, they are grappling with a profound question of identity, their values, and also their aspirations. Many among them, the young Indonesia, they are wrestling with anxiety, discontent, and also the depression. According to a 2020 survey by Indonesian Ministry of Health, 9.8% of Indonesians they are aged between 15 to 24. They are suffer from depression, anxiety, and also stress-related orders. They are surpassing the national average of 6.1%. These numbers are not just statistics, they are represent the inner battle that faced by our nation's youth. Okay, so what are the fuels to this mental health crisis among young Indonesians? Okay, let's analyze some key factors. First, the environmental crisis. Indonesia is among the countries that are most vulnerable to the ravage of climate change, from the rising sea levels to extreme weather events, the droughts, floods, landslides, and also the forest fires. The biodiversity loss here is also a massive. For many young people, they are thinking about their future of their environment and livelihoods is a source of their deep concern about their future and their sustainability for a long term. Also in urban areas, young people here and many of Indonesian people here is struggling with issues like pollution, congestion, and also waste management compounds that adding to their worries. So it is a constant reminder of their fragility of life and also their surrounding, and they are asking us for the urgent need for change. Although most of us millennials and above is not thinking about it so much, Gen Z and below is this is their main concern. Okay, and there is also a social inequality. Indonesia income inequality is stark with a Gini coefficient of around 38% in 2019. This is a sharp wealth gap that denies many young people. They said they don't have any equal opportunities and also the access to resource. They feel the discrimination and also marginalization based on gender, ethnicity, religion, and also a disability. This is adding a complexity to their struggles. Okay, and also we can talk the issues about the crime, violence, drugs, radicalism, and also another thing that complicate their life. It is that's all creating a turbulent backdrop that only intensifies their sense of discontent. And the last but not least is political turmoil. This is another challenge. Indonesia's democracy is grapples with corruption, nepotism, human rights violation, electoral fraud, civil unrest, terrorism, and also separatism. Disillusionment and dissatisfaction with the political system and the government performance that this is widespread among young people. Polarization and also the intolerance divide our society along ideological lines. It is making harder for young people to find a common ground for progress because they are polarized into either south or north. Okay, and lastly, uh, Indonesia also have a good point, but also a challenge because we have so many diversity of culture and also the traditions. Indonesia with the more than 300 ethnic groups and more than 700 language, we are embodies the multiculturalism. Young people must balance our cultural different identities with the influence of globalization and also the modernization. We are need to strive to respect and also appreciate this diversity among our fellow citizens while we are forging our own paths. So, how can Indonesia cope with this challenge and uncertainties? How can they give their voice of anxiety, depression, discontent, and many other things so they can find more meaningful purpose in their life? Honestly, I still do not know the answer. But the good thing is, we need to understand the young people, especially millennials and above. We need to understand that Gen Z and below, they have a different challenge than us, start from the environmental, social inequality, and also the polarization of the political view, and also adding the diversity that cannot find the common ground. By understanding this, I hope we can collaborate it among a generation from the boomers, millennials, Gen Z, and even Gen Alpha to build a better Indonesian. I think that's all from me. See you another time. Thank you.